Let me just, I'm sharing everything on Facebook so that we can be live. Let's see. MS. There we go. Let's see. All right, now let me load this up. Ugh. All right, look at the ceiling. You can tell. All right, stand by. Stand by. Oh, I got some stuff to tell you, guys. Hi, John. John in California. AJ's here. Hi, AJ. You've been around for a while, so I'm thrilled you're here. There, and I know everybody is they're slowly coming in. Welcome to MS. Chris is here. Hi, Chris from Arkansas. I want to thank you all for coming here and for supporting each other. Again, YouTube is hi, Sandra. Sandra, you're here. Let me see here. I can't. I'm wondering, Sandra, can you get on the YouTube that stream, because there's going to be a lot of people with MS who are going to, I'm going to introduce you, and a lot of people with MS are going to be able to give you, good morning, Susan. No, you know, and Sandy, I've got an announcement. Diana's here in the house. I love that. Charmaine, hi, Charmaine. Love you. She had CCSVI. She actually, I know so many of your stories, and I love you for sharing that. And Charmaine, you've been wonderful at sharing that with me. Tanya's here. Good morning. Jane. That's wonderful. You know what? Jane from Coeur d'Alene, you said you weren't going to be here, and it's such a blessing that you're here. Sandra, if you can jump over to YouTube there, I'll introduce you. It's more of the support group, because people with MS chat with each other and give each other support. And I'm your host. I end up reading and discussing a little bit about topics there. Now, what I want to tell you guys on the YouTube world there is that Sandra, God works in wonderful ways. Sandra is a gal. She's in her 50s there, and she's in the process of being diagnosed with multiple sclerosis there. And she, hi, Nadine. Dennis, you're here. Dennis, this is your first time. Well, let me continue about Sandra. Sandra's from Loma Linda, California. She works at a hospital. I used to live there. That was our house, was in Loma Linda. So she is now being diagnosed. She's scared to death. So, and you, Black, I tell you, Raymond, I have that list of 70 regulars there, and Marcia's here. Marcia's in the house. I look at all the regulars and I read your names. I don't need that list now, because I know so much I know your age, I know where you're from, I know what medication you are on. And it's important, especially Sandra, it's important, that as host of MS Live, I'm just nothing more than a conduit on helping you guys support each other. MS Frontiers is a peer support. MS peer support. If you need a mentor, that's where you get it. And you guys know, every video you watch of mine, and every time you comment, every time you email me, I answer all of them. You know what? It's fun because I even get mail because I can be found in the mail. You guys send me mail and Jane, I think about this there. It is, I know it. Jane's mentioning what a party it is. Well, so what I wanted to tell you is that Sandra, if you can jump over in the group support on YouTube there, uh, I want to let everybody know she is an RN. She's a nurse at Loma Linda University. So, mimosa. Yeah, Jane is, you're our wonderful hostess there. She's making cocktails for everybody in the waiting room there. Mimosas this morning. Clavin's in the house. Linda, welcome. So, anyway, if you are new to this group there, please subscribe. Go to my Dulci Hill, the YouTube channel, subscribe. And if you have multiple sclerosis, you can get the support, the interactive support from people. Oh my goodness. I just realized I did not turn off my notifications on my laptop here because I have two different, you told me about it. You know what? Charmin she's wonderful. What's so beautiful about Charmin is she's got the natural Kurdistan, right? You're a Kurd. And she's got this beautiful complexion, and she's given me credit, but as a godly person, I don't deserve the credit, Charmin. She paid to get the HSCT. Let me close that out so I can see you. She paid, and Gina, and Gina's a Canadian too, and she's also up there. So, Charmin, you had the HIPAA stem cell therapy. You had the stem cell therapy. It removed the MS. She doesn't have MS anymore. And what it is that you try to get that therapy if you haven't had MS very long. If you've had it under 10 years, you know what, Sherman? You're awesome. You're beautiful. But I'm nothing more than a conduit. I'm nothing more than a conduit. Charmin, you have a platform because you have gone through this treatment, and the reason why we people with MS who've had it forever, we have to be careful about it is that the chemotherapy has to kill all of the bone marrow in our bodies, kill all disease activity before new bone marrow can be transplanted. The chemotherapy that kills our immune systems and makes it possible for us to get this new, MS-free immune system, it can kill. And Takara, if you're watching that, Takara, she has MS, and I'd love for you to be my friend. Please reach out if you're watching this, Takara. And I'm not going to throw you under the bus. I'm going to tell you that we're all under the bus. So let's climb out from under the bus. Takara messaged me that she felt she was being negative the other day. And I'm thinking, yeah, you know what? Negative. Nobody is negative. Even when we complain, hurting people hurt other people. Okay, AJ, Charmin, AJ wants to know how long ago did you have the HSCT? And I think you had it done about 3 years ago. Am I right there? So So she's going to tell you there. Oh, no, 2 years. July, she, my second birthday. All right, I don't quite understand. 2017. Uh, and it's true. Nadine will tell you, we have bad days. You guys have looked at my face when I've been complaining. Okay, all right, AJ, Charmin's telling us she had the stem cell therapy in 2017, in July 12th. Before, she was very active in MS Frontiers medical share as far as what nutrition, what medications. You've been beautiful as far as being a skeptic about what we take that could kill us. And she is totally a natural type of person. So she didn't, just a huge amount of suspect of what is in our food, what is, that leads to MS there. And yeah, she is a success story. But I'll tell you, AJ, Charmin is a success story, but there's an industry that takes advantage of people, desperate people. Well, industry, there's a whole industry that takes advantage. It's these stem cell therapy places have been, hi, Christine. They've been popping up like popsicle stands all over the world there. And they say they can get stem cells from your epithelium, your skin. They can get it from the inside of your mouth. And the chemo they give you is not radical. It's so it doesn't tear down your immune system, and it tends to be $40,000 to start with. So you have to be very, very, very careful. All right, I'm going to turn this a bit there. Chris, all right, Chris, let's see. I'm sorry, I'm reading. I'm trying to read fast. We have to. You know what? And I think often somebody came up with the idea that we should label ourselves warriors. And I have a problem with that, because the warriors means that you signed up to fight. And I didn't sign up to fight. So I'm a crusader. I defend the perfect me without MS. MS is not my fault. Multiple sclerosis is not my fault, and it's nobody's fault. I there's good days or bad days, or bad days with great moments, and every day is an opportunity, if you're having a bad day, to start it over. Many of you know that I swim laps, and yesterday I swam 1.25 miles. I wanted to make sure. And the back, I had a shot right there in my bicep, because I had a real problem with my bicep. But and then, but doing the backstroke hurt this. Well, you know what the problem is? My problem is that, why am I hell bent on doing a mile every other day? I need to be doing a half a mile. I'm overusing something my body is not strong enough to do. All upper body. Yeah, I just discipline. I need to have discipline. I like that, Chris. We are crusaders. Uh, we've got this disease, this affliction that's coming after us, and we have to be strong despite that. Now, Charmaine, AJ, I want to tell you a little bit more. Her doctor was in Chicago, Dr. Burt in Chicago. He closed his office, but Russia is open for HSCT. There's a couple things that you have to know if you're a candidate. First of all, you can't, if you have secondary chronic progressive MS, it's probably not a good idea. It does, yeah. And Raymond's talking about, he talked to a doctor in the United Kingdom about stem cell therapy, and he is backing up Susan Hill. Another Hill's in the house. Anyway, if you look on Tuesday, Susan, you'll rewatch that. You'll see a couple my brain went blank a couple times there. So and Diana's a swimmer as well, and she talks about having to back out. When how I deal with my multiple sclerosis is that I tend to be goal oriented. I tend, and I talk about managing your energy because fatigue is our number one symptom there. And if you don't have MS and you're watching this, I'll tell you a little bit. The fatigue that people with MS have is like waking up at 2 a.m. and being too tired to sleep, exhausted. It doesn't make sense. It's fatigue that we're watching paint on the wall dry. It takes too much energy. So I that is fatigue. So I have videos on how to create a list, and on the list, put down things that you'd like to accomplish. Everything from, say, sweeping, vacuuming, making bread, just doing any of this stuff, to bathing, to exercise, any of those things. Now, each item you want to accomplish that day, give it 1 to 3. 1 being high energy and 3 being no energy, low energy, right? And give them each number as far as how much energy it's going to take. And then what I do is now when I sit down and I determine how am I feeling, how much energy do I have, 1, 2, or 3. And if I only, like right now, I'm pretty much 1. I'm high energy there, and it's true. Then I look at the ones. Should I swim today? Give you an idea. Is that patio? The bricks have to be laid right, and my husband agreed that he's going to cut the bricks. So after this is over, I'm going to put on some pants and lay bricks. I love that. It's slowly but surely. Do I have to lay the entire brick patio? No, I just have to lay 1 brick at a time there. And as long as I'm on level 1 energy, I can do that. And then all of a sudden, AJ, you just talked about hitting the wall. Once you hit the wall, and all of a sudden you've got this fatigue, and now all of a sudden you've gone from 1 to 3. You can't even talk. It takes too much energy to concentrate. And you don't have enough energy to put yourself to sleep there. So number 3, sometimes it's games, playing a video game or hi, Laura. But, in Mace, I know Mace in another, I know you're here. I just don't know. Hi, Jeannie. But anyway, so what you do is now you've been on that high energy number 1, and all of a sudden you've hit a wall, and now you're on energy number 3, right? What can you do? Well, look at your 3. it's like, do you have to email back? Do you have to? Yeah. You know what? And Susan's talking a little bit about living at a level 3 on her energy. It's is it? Yeah, you know what? You don't. You have to call your neurologist. Remember, disclaimer: we're not doctors. You call your neurologist and find out if you have options for medication. There's Provigil, Nuvigil, Ritalin, that kind of thing. Which I know that I'm going to do a serious crash this afternoon because it's what I've grown to know about my course of this disease. So I'll take a half Ritalin this afternoon, and it might get me up higher. I will let you know that I'm making one of the things, projects. I'm making sourdough bread, and I did a starter, and let me show you 20 that it's got to rise 24 hours. Ooh, boy, it started rising, and now it's telling me keep me covered and ignore me. So let me put it. All right. So anyway, I have a little bookmarker that I want to let you know. You know what? Well, sourdough is good, and I got this starter stuff from. I sent away from it. It was starter bread stuff from San Francisco, and what you do is you add a little bit of flour and water, and you keep feeding it like a pet, and so I decided I was going to try. Uh, Hi, Coco. I'll let you know that Coco the chicken has come up on the porch there, and you know what? I think. All right, stand by because it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it if I can get her. I know you can hear me. Give me here. Coco. All right. This here is Coco. Coco is a very sweet little silky chicken. Hi, Coco. So I just wanted to. She walked up on the porch there. Okay, and I've got. So anyway, she walked up on the porch there. Coco's sweet. She's really a sweet chicken. So yeah, couldn't help it. I thought you guys would enjoy that little silky chicken. All right. Now, obviously, I lost my train of thought. Yes, it's a silky chicken. Uh, yeah, that's a silky chicken. Now, remember, God gives us. No, they don't lay black eggs. She actually, what do they do? They lay kind of tan eggs, and they're small. They're really small. Keep in mind that the Lord, and I'm a devout Christian, the Lord gives us so much to be in awe and to enjoy. And that is butterscotch. It is. Hi, Wayne, and Karen, and what is it, it's so important. We talked about that energy 1 through 3. There, a lot of times when you hit the wall, it's good just to. I know, Greg, butterscotch. Anybody want butterscotch? Because, but another rooster. Of course, I mean, I don't know. Anyway, so look at God's creatures. Oh, my, let me see. I've got a hummingbird feeder over there. I'm raising monarchs. What happens is if you plant milkweed and flowers, the monarchs lay their eggs on the milkweed, and then what you can do so they don't get eaten as caterpillars, you bring them inside in little kind of like mesh tents, and you watch them. They turn into chrysalises, and eventually you end up releasing them. So I do my monarchs, and let's see, I the flowers. What else? The chickens. I've got 2 fish tanks, and I like to watch the fish kind of swim around there. And now I'm doing the sourdough, right? And anybody who's ever done sourdough knows that it's like having a pet. You got to feed it flour and water and stir it every day. There. You know what, Jane? I went. I sent my husband to Walmart, and he bought a Dutch oven for, I think it was $40, and the Dutch oven it's really heavy, and I'm planning on making it in the Dutch oven there. So I don't know how it's going to turn out, but again, if you've ever made sourdough, you don't add yeast to sourdough because it expands on its own. So let's see. You know what? It's why not? And Jane is talking about jalapeno cheddar bread, all sorts of artisan bread she makes, and that's what I wanted to do. I've been doing a lot of salads, but you know what? In the winter, I do so many soups, so I think I'm going to do. With MS, you have to have food to grab because eating sometimes becomes the hardest thing in the world. Let's see. Yeah, you know what? The knob on top of the pressure cooker. I don't deliver, but you know what? I encourage on Sunday at 3 o'clock. We're going to do our Zoom meeting again there. So if you have MS there and you want to be in this Zoom meeting, this time we're going to have people register to get in because we had a couple people call in to be in the Zoom meeting, but we didn't know who they were. So, and we can't do that. There's everybody who goes to the Zoom meeting. We want to see your face. And we support each other. Susan, if they're not Susan, Sandy, if there's a way that there's just too many people with MS that could support you there for you being newly diagnosed. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Jane. You know what? God bless you, Jane. Jane's talking about delivering her jalapeno cheddar. That sounds really, really good there. No, you know what? Gluten-free. And all right, let's talk a little bit about diets and MS. They were talking about how gluten's the thing that makes bread chewy. And a lot of people have a reaction. Some people gluten free. I'm interested to know, because I did the gluten-free for a while, and it didn't make me feel any different there. You know what? It's Jane. In fact, I tell you, I thank God for the people He sends to support me, and I think about one of my friends wants to make the sourdough. I gave him the uh, starter stuff. He wants to make it in his bread machine, and I said, no, don't do that. So I'm making mine in the Dutch oven that I picked up. I think I'm going to get into making these artisan breads. We love bread so much, and why not? Why not? I think I had to knead it for 20 minutes or 25 minutes there. And Jane, do you have, what is it, the KitchenAid? It's the mixer. I don't know. And you turn it on, and it mixes the bread for you. Do you have that, Jane? I have maybe on eBay I should get one there. Hi, Lucy. It's so good to see you, Lucy. You're a good gal. All right, so we're talking about Chris. Jane says you don't need the KitchenAid mixer for artisan bread. There, so yeah, because I used my hands, and I just stretch the dough and everything. Uh, Again, Chris is talking about she eats whatever she wants, and she's 5'2" and 128. It's funny, Chris. I'm 5'5.5", or almost 5'6", and 113. Hi there. It's Kogo's back. She wants to be back on. Anyway, I am so worried about being heavy because I don't know. I'm just, I was heavy all the way up until I was 30. And 30 is when, see, I had MS, but I realized at 30 that I had to become an athlete. I had to work out. I had to lift weights, and I had to exercise, use it or lose it. I started watching what I was eating. I always wanted to be skinny, but never got skinny until I had until I wanted to exercise for my health there. And I happened to be uh, very successful at dropping weight there. So people come up to me and they say, how can you be so skinny? And I said, well, first, get MS. Second, your left leg gets really stiff, and it's because I shove all that food in that left leg there, and it's stiff, and it's heavy, and it takes more calories to move that left leg than it does. Anyway, never miss an opportunity to make yourself laugh or make others laugh. I was sitting there yesterday by the pool after swimming, and guess what happened? You guys who've had MS for a long time, and you'll see this. What color is that? It's blue. What happened? My foot turned blue, and so what, right? Well, all of a sudden, my dear friend, looked and said, "Did you know your foot's blue?" I didn't even answer. I didn't answer because that's part of the deal. Uh, it's like you're able to make a joke out of that. The Coco, you can't be on television right now or screen, but make a joke. Well, it's that blue is supposed to go with my outfit, or what's the other thing we're supposed to do? Just put your feet up there because that blood was pooling. It was turning. My foot was blue. It was cold too. And it used to be embarrassing. It used to. Oh, I ignored. My sweet friend. She was so concerned, but throughout, oh, and for some reason, YouTube keeps turning off and then on. It lets me know the internet is sketchy there. Hi, Tim. All right, what did I do? When my friend asked me about my blue foot, my mom's asked me, your foot's blue. There, what did I do? Nothing. I put my feet up. I elevated there. So it's whatever. Yeah, okay, it froze. All right, because it says my internet is at 100%. So thank you for telling me that, Chris. It just froze. And then all of a sudden I got this message that said the internet was down. And then it says it's going. I know. But you know what I did is when the foot turns blue, right? Often, I'll wear shoes so people don't, because other people get upset, and it's a circulation. Raymond, it's circulation. It is, spasticity. Spasticity is when alternating muscles are firing at the same time, and now your limb juts out, right? So this here is the exact same thing that goes on with our circulation. Uh, our veins get spastic, and they don't push the blood back up as efficiently. So what happens is that you put your feet up. In the winter, my feet are always cold, so I've got a warming tray. I put them on, or yeah. What yours are, Diana? Your feet tends to be beet red when there's a lot of blood going through that there, or if it's hot. It. But when you're sitting down for a while, you're putting pressure on the veins in the back of your legs, right? And your feet are below your heart there, and what happens? The blood pools there. It doesn't circulate, and it turns blue, which can be a fashion statement. It is an opportunity for us to make funnies, just to make funny. So to make people laugh, or with me, I see all of my friends that I deal with on a daily basis. None of them have MS. So when they see something, when they actually all have MS, because when they see something, they can fix it for me, balancing, or and that the blue foot was upsetting. Get rid of it. What can I do? I know she said, your foot's blue, and what. And I'm assuming what she's thinking, but I know people. God God shows me wonderful things about people, and Ranger, stop it. Um, but anyway, it's what they're thinking when they say your foot's blue. Is there anything I can do to make you comfortable? Uh, it's awesome. Paul, thank you for viewing. If you know anybody with multiple sclerosis, uh, just have them watch, turn them on to this. Anyway, uh, let's see. Karen has not been with us for 2 weeks. There, Karen, I know you're going to watch just later there, and I'm just thinking there is, yeah, this isn't right. All right, so you guys give Karen crap. Shame on you, Karen. You better be on Sunday at 3 o'clock there. All right, so you better be in that Zoom meeting. And Gina's talking about swell, how her feet swell there, and yeah. But here's the amazing news is that we're not special. We're not unique. A lot of people have blue feet if they don't have the circulation, or their feet swell because they haven't been walking around. They sell compression hose for everybody. You know, regardless if they have MS or if they just and that's supposed to force the fluid and the blood back up the leg there. Coco, the chicken. I've got all my pets seem to want to be online or on this interactive forum there. Yeah, you know what can we do when they swell and they turn blue in the winter? We can wear compression hose. Warm. In fact, I've discovered that if I wear shoes there, I can actually chill the shoe. So I need something to warm my feet. I have insoles there. Hot hands and hot feet have heated insoles there, and it'll be like 10 hours, and I'll put that inside my shoe, and it's wonderful. Oh my gosh, it's fantastic. What else can we do? We put our feet up, right? Yes, and Will is saying we should elevate our feet when we're laying in bed. You know what? I've discovered when I lie in bed, I elevate my feet. I put my legs or my feet on a pillow, and the reason why is because it I end up getting sore. So the pressure of the bed there ends up hurting my feet. So, all right, now Jane is telling Gina that she should try ginger oil. All right, and let me go back and see what Gina says. All right, Jane's recommendation to use ginger oil has something to do with circulation, to promote circulation. You know what, Susan? The blue feet, the constricted veins, and all. It's often there's a syndrome called Raynaud's syndrome there, and you know, people who don't have MS often need a name for their blue feet or blue hands or cold, anything like that. But I've discovered that when you have MS there, it's better for you not to claim, or, you know, we don't need, oh, I have MS and I have Raynaud's knots. Yeah, phenomenon. We don't need that. We've got blue feet. Isn't that better than you know, just labeling additional problems there? We don't need Raynaud's phenomenon. If your feet get cold or your hands get cold or if they turn blue and all, warm them up and don't you know, we don't have. Think about that. You know, what do you put on the hypochondriac's tombstone? Told you I was sick. Because you don't. I mean, how many things do we want on a tombstone? We have MS. We had kidney problems. We had Raynaud's phenomenon. We had Babinski's reflex. We had Lermit's sign. We had optic neuritis. We had, you know, overactive bladder. So what do we need names for all that? I think of all the things they ask you whenever you go to the doctor. What are your symptoms? What are you? And I just they have neurological, they have circulatory, they have just skin, joint, and stuff. And I think about all of that, and I think I don't answer any of that. I put down MS. I have MS, and I'm great. People say, "What? How's your health?" I'm in pretty good shape for the shape I'm in, um, but I don't need to let them know. Hi there, Coco. 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 She wants to come in again. But uh, yeah, she's not going to the bathroom, but she's right through the screen. And there you are, Mace. Anyway, it's so good to see you, Mace. You need to be over in YouTube. I need to stop using you need to, right? I need to stop using that. No one needs to listen to anything I have to say. I need to read what you have to say there. And Chris is trying to get over optic neuritis right now. She has let's see, she's having an attack there, and she goes to the doctor to find out what's going on. So she asked for our prayers there. Um, what's very important for you guys to know. If you not are having a phantom attack, but you have new symptoms going on that you've never felt before, there, get your doctor on the phone. This is a emergency. And the reason why you want to stop this attack. Hi, Frank. Oh, Frank was with us last time. In fact, what was so wonderful is that Frank did the meeting, the Zoom meeting. So we're going to do that again on Sunday at 3 o'clock for an hour. So if you want to participate, I'll send out an email there, pre-registering. Anyway, where was I going with any of this? I just I don't know. I lost my hey Susan. I lost my train of thought. Told you I was sick. Lost my I don't know. But Frank and Mace, you were on this uh, Zoom meeting there, and I love it. I just love listening to you guys. So and Sandy, if you wanna, I know that your work. Sandy's the one that lives in Loma Linda, and she is getting diagnosed there. Hi, Paul. So anyway, it would be wonderful if Sandy, if you wanted to, Sunday would be 12 o'clock in Loma Linda, your time there. So if you want to participate in the Zoom meeting, it would be wonderful because other people with MS would have the chance to be an angel and give you words to calm and soothe you. But I'll tell you what, if you're still watching there, Sandra, this is the most wonderful thing for all of us is that God has great things planned for you. You're an RN there, and you know what? Great things planned. So join us, and you know we'll help. Chris, there. Oh, I see. All right, Lisa. So let's go back to you've got new symptoms. It's a brand new symptom. You've never felt it before. It's not a pseudo attack. A pseudo attack you'll know that because if you're warm, if you are warm, if you've had a cold or any flu, if you have a fever, there you're warm, your body's elevated, and you start feeling these symptoms that you've had before. That's a pseudo attack there. And what happens is your doctor can determine whether you're having a pseudo attack or a real one. Generally, a real attack uh, has new symptoms. You have new symptoms. All of a sudden, you're dizzy. You've never been dizzy before. Uh, so when the doctor decides if you're having a new attack, they tend to want to do an MRI to see any sort of evidence. Uh, what? All right. All right, I'm reading. So what they do is they decide if there's any evidence you're having of this attack, and what's why they do the MRI on us every year is they want to make sure that the medication we're taking is actually working. Uh, so it's a good thing. Now, if you are having a new attack and the doctor finds this out right away, the neurologist, uh, the steroids are really, really good at stopping the progression or the symptom you're having. And the reason why we want to get on this as soon as possible, we want to stop this symptom as soon as possible, is after 10 years when we go, or 10 to 20 years, when if our disease progresses to the secondary chronic progressive, there we don't want these same symptoms to return. Uh, Raymond's talking about getting hot flashes there, and you know what? And it's interesting because sometimes you do. You get these hot flashes, and they don't make sense there. And some of it has to do with thermal regulatory uh, ability. You lose your ability to uh, keep your core temperature stable. So it is. Yeah, it's terrible. It's very much like being a reptile. I know in high school they used to, in elementary school, that my last name was Repke, so they called me a reptile, and I am, because I assume the temperature of outside. Actually, the inside, my feet get colder. Uh, All right, night sweat. So Raymond's talking about having these hot flashes or cold flashes, where he sweats, and then it's an ice cold room, and then he shivers, and what? All right. So is that when you're on YouTube there? How many other people have that? uh, that could be a sign of an infection. There, something I would definitely call my doctor about. All right, let's see. And Dennis is saying they're saying that a new symptom doesn't last for more than 48 hours. It's considered a relapse. All right, I don't know. I don't know. Mentally, I'm starting to not be able to focus there. So, and I'm dry. I never thought about that. All right. Yeah, it could be. It's good to have an air conditioning or something in your room to keep the temperature stable. Uh, it is. Thank you, Chris, for the time check. It's really good because sometimes we're hot. A lot of times Raymond, is that if you eat sugar, you eat something late at night, all of a sudden your metabolism is going there. So maybe you're really hot because you've had too much sugar before you go to bed. So you have to be consistent. It's you've got to create some rules for yourself. Is your bedroom, if it is at 72 degrees, you're not going to eat anything different or drink anything. Alcohol can be bad before bed, so don't want limit alcohol. Uh, let's see, sugar. You eat chocolate or you eat something high in sugar, and all of a sudden you're getting night sweats. There, I know my brother. He doesn't have MS. There, hi, Sharia. God bless you. Sharia's dealing. She has MS, and she's dealing with her her brother's in the hospital there, uh, uh, and he's fighting for his life. Sharia, you know what? You're a blessing, and I prayed. I got to pray. I specifically prayed for you today, Sandy, if you're watching, I prayed for you there. Chris, I was thinking about that. So you have to think. Raymond is talking about getting night sweats, or fever or chills or whatnot, and a lot of it has to do with how we metabolize the foods we eat before bed. If we have a thermogenic difficulty like I do, uh, it's when I start running out of calories, I start getting colder. So have I eaten consistently? Am I trying to maintain my blood sugar? Am I again? We pound on sugar before bed. We can't be surprised. And I was talking about my brother, uh, who's in good shape, but if he eats even say apple pie before he goes to bed, sweating all night. So we have to be thermal affects the food. What affects our metabolism? Thermal effects of exercise, thermal effects of aging. Right? It as we age. Our metabolism slows down, so we don't require as much. So if we many calories, so all of a sudden we eat a ton of food, and our body needs less calories. There, uh, what's going to happen? Well, we're going to get warm. Thermal effects of that. Thermal effects of exercise. How do you warm up? You end up lifting weights or going for a walk. That's another thing. So I hope I answered some of your questions on night sweats there. Maintain the same temperature in your bedroom, and figure out what's caused it. If it's not an infection, then there's something you're doing that's not consistent. So figure that out. There, call your doctor. Remember, disclaimer: I am not a doctor, nor anything I say uh, shouldn't take precedence. There. Uh, Jane's talking about. You know what? Do you know? You talk about zucchini cake. Do you know that if you take zucchini and you soak it, chop it up into little cubes, soak it in lemon juice and sugar, and water, of course. There, it changes the flavor of the zucchini to apple. So you can make an apple cake, and I've done this. Make an apple cake with zucchini there, and pass it around. So everybody's eating what they think is apple bread or apple pie and all, and it's not it's zucchini. So uh, you got, what, you guys are my fan club. um uh Raymond's talking about. I might not be a doctor, but I'm pretty knowledgeable. Life and experience and that kind of stuff has taught me a lot. But and Sharia, you know what? Just God bless you, Sharia. Trust in God. Uh, oh my gosh, Tim's here from London. Hi, Tim. Uh, uh, it's so good to see you there. Uh, all right, let's see. Anyway, all right. All right, I got a time check. It is 10:59. So that means that, yeah, Tim, I'm napping and I'm talking. Anyway, God bless you. Please subscribe. If you're on YouTube, Facebook, go to YouTube, Google my name, and please subscribe. Let me see. Go to msfrontiers.org. Please buy a t-shirt also to support this ministry. There again, it's not a not-for-profit there, but I run the website, so I got to spend some time building on it. I love you all. Remember, God provides. This is all of this is all of the Merry Christmas. That's funny. So we had a Merry Christmas there. But may the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, keeps your hearts and minds on Christ Jesus. Lord, allow me to be an instrument of thy peace. Allow all of us to be instruments of thy peace. May you reach out to the world and show them the loving person you are. It doesn't matter if you have MS. In fact, it may make you more noticeable if you do that. Now, the preachers, it's the pastor's blessing is let's see. May God bless you and keep you. May he make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you his peace. I love you all, and I'll see you the Zoom meeting. If you want to attend, message me, and I'll send that out to you. I love you very much, and I'll talk to you soon. And let's see, I've discovered that I've got to end YouTube before I can end.